we are driving, guys, so if you pop on here, you pop on here. This seemed to be the easiest way for us to do this, is to do a live. But see if anybody catches us and sees us on here. I can't really read any messages or anything.
There's 2 people.
I see some people coming in. ELYN's here.
Hi.
We are okay. We are alive, and our home is okay. But we are in the area right in the center that you're hearing about on the news. Unicoi County, where everything's got hit. We lost our hospital 100%. Communities destroyed. Mom and dad's communities are destroyed, and we are on the road. We had a trip planned, and we finally got cut out off of our mountain. Our mountain is destroyed. Our property's okay. Our house is okay, but our mountain's destroyed. Wouldn't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. ELYN's saying yeah. But so we just decided to continue on with our trip. For y'all that are there and understand it's that what you're seeing on the news is not the whole truth. No response. We have not had any type of response for the first day and a half. The local guys were doing a great job, but they are not prepared for what is going on. You guys hopefully can share this out and let other people know and stuff. We've had I'll talk about that in a few minutes. I'll stay on for a little bit, but anyway, within 3/4 of a mile coming up our mountain, we've probably got 150 to 200 and some trees falling down, and they literally came through and cut a tunnel through those trees. I posted some pictures on Facebook for us to be able to get out, and that's it. But nobody was prepared for this. It's once again, and I'm not getting political with anybody, it's a failed infrastructure. It's a failed all the administrations. I'd love to sit down and talk to Donald Trump. I'd love to sit down and talk to Joe Biden. I'd love to give all of them a piece of my mind, because this is not just a Republican Democrat. This is these dams that gave way, that are old from the TVA, and because they're not producing as much power and stuff, failed out. And then the bridges. Guys, these bridges, my mom and dad, every bridge, they were completely cut off in their area because there was no bridges until just the other day. They have no water still. Luckily, their power, I don't know how their power stayed on, but it did. Ours is out, but we're off grid. We have solar panels. It didn't affect our home as far as our house, but it destroyed our mountain and our community. There are thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of people in Northeast Tennessee that are without their homes tonight, and there's tens of thousands of people from the coast of North Carolina through Georgia that are without their homes and loved ones. They're saying 3 people are dead. I can tell you right now, 100% without any problem, my mom will probably be seeing this at some point in time, and she knows this as well. We have a relative whose boss has a daughter that got stranded in North Carolina. And when they went to go try to find her, he was 68 years old, and I think it was his son that's with him. They stopped them, would not let them go through. So they parked their car and hiked 40 miles or so in, and said at every creek there were bodies. There's people dead. And when they turned it in, I guess they just told them, well, it's not one of our people that can confirm this, so we can't accept it. So it's not being reported. I don't know why. Maybe because we're conservative communities, but that can't be the case because Asheville got decimated. It's destroyed, and it's a more left-leaning community, I would think. Fletcher, where Justin Rhodes is, that community, I don't know if he's put anything out or not. I'm sure he is. I've been to his property. I know how it lays, and I know there was a dam and a pond above it, and I don't know what else happened with that, but I'm positive that his farm is destroyed. I think I talked to 180 degrees from average today, and I think the haulers are okay. I think they got some water damage and stuff, but I don't come on here. I've not done this. I'm not a big Facebook person right now. I think the political game that Facebook's playing is not good. But I'm on here to let you guys know we're okay and tell you the truth about what's going on in my community and the surrounding areas. We spent last night in Afton, which is the Greenville area.
To be subscribed to Connected Services to use navigation feature.
And
to learn more about what you can ask me, please say help.
My rental car is talking to me. I'm sorry, but anyway, it's just a horrible situation. If you believe in God, pray for us. I hope you do, because that's the only way any of us are making through this. Pray for those people that are missing. They're saying 150 are missing, and I think it's a total of 4 or 5 now that they've found deceased. And I know for a fact it's way more than that. Like I said, these individuals are pretty close. The family member is very close, but his boss is there. He may actually pop on here and leave a message. I'm not sure. But the response, even the guys, I know some of the guys from the search and rescue guys, and they're great guys. They do a great job. But this is a scale that's military stuff. This is federal style stuff. We need a lot of help. And not me personally, not our area. Like I said, there was nothing else we could do. I know of people that are volunteering to go help, and they refuse to let them help. I know that one of the Mennonite communities in Greenville finally got fed up with it and just said, we're fixing this, and went through and cleared an entire road and got a bridge open, which is the only way that they got access into Greenville, period, was because of these individuals going out and doing what they needed to do. You're seeing people hiking water in North Carolina over to Unicoi, these small communities, guys, just the Asheville's. Unicoi is not a big place either, but Unicoi is at least known because it's below Asheville. But Unicoi, Spruce Pine, Black Mountain, Mitchell County, Avery County, all those areas right there into North Carolina, these counties, in a matter of 50 walking. They're gone. They are no longer in existence, part of them, and some of them completely. And there's people missing. And it's almost like we're a second afterthought. Everybody, the news was kept talking about, Florida and this and the tornado, the hurricane, whatever they want to call it, hit this way and hit that way. And that's not, none of it is what we're going through. So I see people commenting down here. I really can't read comments right now or read anything, so you don't need to read them. You're good. But we see everybody, and we say hi and all that, but I can't read off who's there. But we decided to go ahead and go on our trip, and we've got really good neighbors that are taking care of our home for what it is, but our home's more of an asset to them right now than it is to us, because we've got the solar. They can use the power if they need be. Right now, we have no power on the mountain, and they're saying it's going to be a couple of weeks before they can get it restored. But they came through and restored it to the bottom of the mountain. So it is what it is. Like I said, nothing really affected us as far as our home. We have a bunch of down trees, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of trees in the area, and on our road, hundreds of trees, period. But from what I understand, my neighbor works out of Spruce Pine, and it was hit harder than us because it got hit with the water from the Tow River that feeds the Nolichucky, and the wind. And the wind is what we got. Our creek it got high, but it never really trashed everything. But that's where we're at. This was easier for us to jump on here like this. I couldn't make a video and put it out. For those of you that have reached out, I appreciate it. In contact with, like I said, we're okay. But ELYN, do you want to say anything to anybody?
Hi.
You getting a hi? That's it. The dog is in here. He's back in the back. We had to kind of isolate him to the back. He was getting a little crazy. We couldn't have that in the car while we were driving and stuff. So I won't tell you where we're going, but we're going. So it's interesting. I don't know who that said that, but Trump with all the fire. Yeah, well, at least he showed up. I mean, here recently, and I'm, like I said, I'll tell you, I'll probably end up voting for Trump just because he is the less of the evils that are there. But, we've been getting preached to that these things were going to be fixed and done and stuff for the last 20 administrations. So I'll go to both sides. What we have to do, and we should do, and we need to do is come together as Americans, because I'm going to tell you what, the areas that got hit in this one are the backbone of America. You want to talk about, oh, this place is the back. No, these areas, North Carolina, Tennessee, West Virginia, Georgia, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Texas, those areas there are the backbone of America. We are whenever everybody else has problems, when New Jersey and New York and Washington and all of them have big storms and ice storms, it's us that comes up. It's those areas you just said that come up and take care of stuff. When Florida has, hurricanes and floods and everything else, we're the ones that show up. When you need money raised for a cause because somebody's in a war, it's a southern strip of people in those other states that I just mentioned that show up and take care of everybody else. And when it comes time for this belt that we're in, Bible Belt, whatever you want to call it, comes up and we're hit square in the mouth, it's everybody wants to drag their heels. And that just, I'm preaching and I'm on my soapbox right now, but it's the truth. Stop your politicking, stop your this, stop your stupid tweets, stop everything else, and let's help our community. I don't care if you're a Democrat. I don't care if you're a Republican. I'm just as disappointed in the diehard Trump fans, it's only Trump, it's only Trump, it's only Trump, as I am with the Joe Biden. I'm an idiot, senile old man that can't hold his fortitude or his water. I'm pissed off at both sides, and ELYN's sitting beside me, and she knows. But, what else do we have? We don't have anybody in here that's looking out for us as Americans. And as America, we better stand up, take back, because I'm telling you, I'm watching people hike in this water, like I said earlier, hiking in water to their families, and they have a smile on their face, guys. These people have lost loved ones. They've lost their homes. They've lost their communities. Literally, entire communities are gone. And these people are smiling, hiking water in, and telling each other, good morning. How are you? What can I do for you? What can I do for you to help? And I know I sound like kind of a hypocrite because we left. We're on a trip. We couldn't do anything, guys. The trees on our road for that 3/4 of a mile that there's 150 to 200 trees on, we're almost 20 feet high. We couldn't have done them with a tractor. You have to have a boom truck to get them out. It takes FEMA. It takes the government agencies. That's where the government should be in your homes. That's where the government should be helping out, is doing what they should be doing. One of the few things the government is truly responsible for is our roadways. Our bridges gave out. TVA, we'll go there on that. And I'm not there. We had we had several dams that gave way, that burst because they were old and outdated. Yeah, FEMA is a joke. The whole system is a joke. And guess what, guys? We, each and every one of us, me, you, and everybody else, are responsible for it because we keep voting these absolute morons in to lead our communities and our state that flows over and goes into our federal government. But it starts at home. We have some freaking morons. I mean, it is crazy. I'm sorry, I don't know even who's on here. I just happened to glance down and said just subscribe. Guys, we're not going to be putting out a bunch of stuff. YouTube is biggest regrets right now. We have 15,000 something subscribers at one time. I loved getting on here and sharing the word, letting people know about Christ, letting people know about community, letting people know how to be prepared and how to homestead, how to get together. Itself place my family in danger. YouTube itself wouldn't go back and correct pedophiles trying to show up to my home. YouTube itself wouldn't keep people off of my channel and out of my chats and out of this thing and protect this community of people that are right here on here right now. There's only 11 people. YouTube is responsible for that. And that's why we're not on. That's why we're not actively making videos and posting them. Because I don't want to go to like the Outdoor Boys where you got to completely turn off your communication and not let anybody talk because people are coming after your children. But the bottom line is me and ELYN are safe. We are alive. Our home is safe, but our communities are done. I mean, we really, really, really have lost just about everything. It will take years to get basic structure back into place. And as far as the environmental damage, it'll be 20 to 30 years before things are back in place. And that's Mother Nature. When you try to tame Mother Nature, you get hit hard. But anyway, I was rubbing my hand because I'm getting hot. You think I'm getting mad?
Yeah.
I am mad, guys. We got to take our country back. We got to get every one of these, both sides of the aisle, Republican and Democrat, both sides of the aisle need to go away. They need to go away. And I'm not preaching hate. I'm not preaching, uprising. I'm not preaching anything like that. But neither side of us want. Republicans want every Democrat, or the Republican people want us all to think that every Democrat is out to freaking take all of our freedoms away and everything. And the Democrats want the Democratic Party to think that everybody that's a Republican is a neo-Nazi fascist. The problem is, Democrats and Republicans aren't different. The far right and the far left are different. And that's a very small percentage of the good people in this country that may think a little bit differently. Whoa, that sun got bright. That might think a little bit differently, but can sit down and have a conversation and work out and get to a good medium ground. But you can't do that when you got crazy people from the left and crazy people from the right talking crap the whole time. And if you don't think you're one of those crazy people, you probably are. But I love everybody. I don't care what your choices in the bedroom and stuff are. My religious beliefs don't believe that it's correct. I don't believe, and I will say it openly, I don't believe that homosexuality is correct. That doesn't mean that I don't love you. That doesn't mean that I can't be your friend. That means that you're going to hear that from me. And I can hear back from you that it's okay. And guess what? We can have a conversation. I'm not going to go around and kiss my wife or girlfriend or something like that or be groping them in front of you. I expect you not to do that in front of my children in public. Period. Because of what you choose to do or who you choose to vote for, doesn't mean we can't come to a compromise and fix things in our communities to make it better. And I keep going on. I want to know what they're going to do for all these tens of thousands of people that have lost their homes now, and see what they're going to come up and do for American people, when I can tell you for a fact, not secondhand, but firsthand from experiences that I've had here just recently, with the individual that's an illegal immigrant that's here on asylum basis, supposedly, that walked in and used their EBT card at the Walmart in Unicoi. And after their deal was up and had everything done, they had a $7,000 balance on their EBT card. And I guess for now, is so much of it is available for cash. What in the world is that about? I'm a retired federal law enforcement officer. I don't make that kind of money a month. Nowhere near that much money. I've had to struggle and strife and dig and do without and everything to get to my position where ELYN, it's fine. She's pointing out your messages and I can't read them. Where I could get to where I'm debt free. Agree, yeah, they're saying agree.
Oh, agree. What did I say?
So, I mean, it's nuts. I don't know who that was, but anyway, someone trying to call me. But I don't know. I don't feel even right being on here talking about all this. I'll probably end up getting a phone call from somebody saying that I'm on here spreading hate and stuff, and that's the total opposite of what I'm spreading. I'm spreading love. Love each other and enjoy each other's company, but let's fix what we here. We have the greatest nation in the world. We have the only nation in the world that as the people will get together and save countries, but when it comes to our own communities, we can't save them. Right now you have tens of thousands of people that will have to struggle to get what they need to get their homes built out. But if there's a war in Ukraine, we can raise trillions of dollars, and as a government send them trillions of dollars to save them. But I guarantee you that it will take months, if not years, to even help anybody that's suffering in these communities. I ask that all of you on here share this, put it out there. I want everybody to know. I want them to fight with me. I mean, it's everything. I got so much stuff I can go through. Here's one for you. How many people on here right now are veterans? Just give me thumbs up. I want to see thumbs up on the bottom. There's only 15 people on here, but tell me if you're a veteran that's on here watching this. Because I got one for you, and I want you to go through and share it with everybody, and all the bigger channels. If you happen to know me, I want you to share that with other channels. Hey Joe, I happen to see on there, I'm not reading comments because I'm driving, but I'm on here going off. So I've been a member of Navy Federal Credit Union for 29 years. So usually we get our paid, my retirement pay goes in the bank. It goes on the 1st. The money's deposited into the bank usually 2 days prior. And it'll usually hit on the 30th if it's the 1st that it's on there, saying for average for a month. So it'll hit the day before. So the money's already been there though for 2 days, and I can call in and it'll say, hey, you have a pending deposit for this amount of money. It'll be available on this day. In the last 3 months, I've called. I had a situation, this one being the big one, where I was trying to help my mom and dad do a couple of things. So I called in 6 hours before yesterday, 6 hours before the money that was posted on my account was supposed to be due. And I was told that they would not release the funds that are already in the account, but release the funds for me to get the funds because of 15 years ago, well, probably longer than that, 2009, when the housing market fell. I had a loan through Navy Federal that was hooked through something. Anyway, the loan got mixed up. They did a double promissory note, and I'm letting you guys know this all because I've been there, so you guys know this. But I had a double promissory note, and there's a dispute on money that was owed, and I thought it was taken care of back then. Then about 7 years ago, it pops back up and that it wasn't taken care of. So I go through and dispute the whole thing. It goes away. I haven't heard about it in the last 4 or 5 years, and then all of a sudden it's popped back up. So when I called yesterday about these funds that have already been in the bank, the lady's name, Supervisor Maxine, thank you, Maxine, is we can release your funds to you. The funds are in the account, but we won't release them because you have a charged off account with Navy Federal. And I said, ma'am, I don't have a charged off account. We've already disputed this. This has all been gone through. It's there. I said, we're in the middle of a natural disaster. We're literally trying to get some fuel and things of that nature that we needed to take care of some stuff. And she simply says to me, that's not my problem. For 14 plus years, this has been an argument and going back and forth. Now, I've been 29 years with Navy Federal, and I love Navy Federal for everything until this stuff has started to happen now. But they're not even there. And as I get to talking to people, more and more veterans and active duty military members that are part of Navy Federal system have said that they've been treated like trash, but now they've opened up those accounts. That credit union opened up those credit union accounts for other people to come in and become part of them, from what I understand. But the underline to the whole story is, how much money do you think that the VA deposits into Navy Federal approximately 48 hours early, that sits there for 2 days, and those millions of dollars that are put into Navy Federal earn how much? Let's say 1% per day on millions of dollars that they make for it to sit there and to hold it for 2 days. That it's in their account that they're making money off of, but they can't release them during a time. It's not like I call and ask for it to be released all the time. I call and ask for it to be released now because of everything happening. Just absolutely insane. So if you're a veteran and you're part of that, I ask you, just change it up. I mean, I'm going to have everything that I bank with, and I just can't. I can't do it anymore because it's like our government, all the way around, our government has just decided that we're not worth it. The veterans and the military personnel, like myself and others, we're secondary citizens. We're second class to everybody else that's out there. And that's not saying that everybody else doesn't deserve that respect, but you know, we gave more than most. And when we can't even get the respect enough to do that, that's there. And we're not talking about a big month. The charge off on this, guys, was $2,000 and something. I'll share everything with you. They charged off $2,000 and something. And when we go through the records, it shows that they charged it off because there was a mistake with the secondary promise note. So they've already gotten, I think it was 9 years ago that they charged it off. They've already got the tax break. They've already got all that type of money and everything back from it. But no, 29 years, it's okay. We don't need your business. Your little $1,000 or whatever I get from the military, it's okay. Don't worry about it. You know. But it's just a shame. And now you got the people that, I'm not saying that we do more, but I'm saying we do more in the area that just got hit by this disaster, by this whole thing that came through and destroyed our communities and our towns and our families and our homes. And you know, for those of you that have reached out, those of you that are texting, those of you that are doing other things, I really appreciate it. Thank you. We love you. God bless. Live with what God gives you.
We're out of here.
And we're going to get off this live. Have a good day.